Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be opening a bunch of ruby red dolls because I have been ordering these dolls from around the world because they belong to different dealers and some of them are just in the headquartered site. And I have had my eyes on a lot of these dolls and I've had quite a bit of luck finding the dolls I really wanted to track down. But because I have so many, I'm not going to do them all at once. I'm going to start this video with 5 of the dolls, and then in a future video, I'll do the next batch, however many that'll be. Now, because I've been sitting on these dolls for quite a while, I'm going to jump in with my 2 most favorite and most anticipated to open. They're sisters. It's a fashion friend limited edition, and then her sibling. So you know what? I'm going to start with the fashion friend first because I do prefer the 14-inch dolls, but I do like the siblings as well. Now that I've delved deeper into this collection that has, well, not just taken over my mind, but it's slowly taking over my apartment. But as I said, a lot of them are just sitting here in boxes and have been for a long time. So I'm kind of like overwhelmed and excited. And of course, the tape's acting a fool. Maybe I could have done this before. Now, the 2 sisters I'm talking about here are Wanda and then the little sibling doll, Zoey, which are obviously a nod to Wednesday Addams. So they named her Wanda. So let me start with, as I said, Wanda, the 14-inch doll, because this is probably one of my favorite, I haven't seen her in person yet, but one of my favorite ruby red dolls just because I do love these little gothic dolls. Oh, and these came from the Czech Republic. Now, I only ordered these 2 to begin with, but now I have a whole bunch more coming because this went so smoothly. So here she is, all papered up, and this tissue paper makes so much noise, but underneath the paper, oh, it's a purse. I thought that was the wig. I was wondering why it was so small. Now the dolls, oh, cool boots. The dolls used to come with their outfits, ooh, stuck to her arm, plastic. The outfits used to come in plastic, but since we're trying to shy away from using too much plastic in dolls because they're already made of plastic, I think that's why they switched to tissue paper. So sometimes when I get the dolls, they come in plastic. And another note I want to make is usually when I open these light-skinned dolls, I'm kind of startled or amazed at how pale they are. But this time it's okay because the character really suits being so pale. And what's weird is I don't see the, oh, here it is. Because the wigs are, ugh, just not looking like a mess. Usually the wig is a little more attached to them. I think that's everything I need to see. So, ooh, braids are cute. I'm acting like I don't even know what she looks like, but I think I'm always a little bit surprised when I see it in person. Oh, she's got a really sweet face. But likely the most pale and translucent of all the dolls so far, which is saying something. Like mesmerized by how she looks. And so this is the one, I don't know if she was just exclusive to Czech Republic. I do know I emailed quite a few dealers and they weren't just the first to get back to me about this particular doll. They were the only ones to get back to me about this particular doll. But other dealers I reached out to for Wanda ended up responding about other dolls. It's like, shoot your shot, wow, you know what I mean? Oh, and another funny thing that the Czech Republic site, the dealer, they didn't have Zoey listed on, they don't have her on the site, but because I was so like muscle memory, emailing everyone to seeing like if they had both dolls, I did end up asking if they would ship both dolls to Canada. And then they responded, and then I think I sent an apology saying, oops, sorry, I realize you only have Wanda. But then they responded saying they have both and wow, very pretty. They would, oh, wow. They could ship them, they could ship them both to Canada, but the shipping would be a lot. And the shipping was a lot because they have to get it insured and everything, right? So you're paying the insurance on top of the dolls themselves in euros, and I'm paying with CAD. You know, and I got to show you this dress up close because it's really pretty. It's really like frilly, and I don't know if you can see those rhinestones. They're really sparkly. I don't know if you can really tell. It's just one in the middle and one on the neckline. Let me show you again. So there's one up here. I just want to make sure you're catching all the details before I ramble on a little bit more about my shopping experience. But you know, because of the time zone difference and everything, so there are these little black dots inside the meshy material. And I don't know if it's all going to get picked up on camera, but this is a really pretty dress. Oh, and I should also mention that because she's wearing so much black, people, you're wise not to have them wearing their outfits for so long because of the staining. But I don't know what I'm going to do because it's not like I want her to wear anything else. This is who she is for me. And so I think I'm just going to have to deal with staining sometimes because I'm really bad for that. Once I put an outfit on a doll, they become that in my head. And, sometimes I'll change them for the season, but it's not like I want her to wear some, pink flower dress when this is her character. And it's such a nice dress. I don't know why I couldn't pick up on all the details on. I guess it's always the case. These are some tight tights. And they have a lot of detail in them too. I should have shown them close up, but I'll show them to you after. It was the dress. The dress that I had to show you. And then I can't wait to show her cute face once I get her properly wigged and everything. I don't know. I'm still getting to know the molds, but this was one of the ones on the Hong Kong site. They'll often tell you the face, the mold they used, but they didn't say that for her, so now I have no idea. At first I thought she was her name Maisie, the one who goes with Tom. These are really tricky to get on. They're so tight. I mean, she'll have a dress. It won't even be that visible. Why am I fretting so much? So there's a snap on the back of the collar. And I have to be very careful with snaps because they're just, it just has, oh, they're all snapped. It's snapped all the way up. Great. I mean, no, that's good because you don't have to worry about snagging, but I just have to be careful when I'm unsnapping because sometimes that one little stitch that's keeping it in will just pop right open. And like I said, she was a doll, aside from a doll I've given up on, but the dolls that are kind of available worldwide, sold out on the Hong Kong site, I don't know how long ago, but she does show up on sites around Europe, so I was just fanatically emailing everyone. And just being very careful snapping her in. And I don't know what kind of fabrics are prone to dye transfer, but I don't know if I can live with her not in this beautiful outfit. Now let's move on to the boots before I put her wig on, because I don't know, I guess it's going in rate of excitement. So what are they like? Oh, so they're kind of like I taught Mary Jane's. Is that a thing? The sole on them, it's a bit of a platform with glitter into it. So it's it's a hard plastic, and then it's got 3 straps. Am I gonna have to undo the straps? Is that how these go? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna do it off camera, so I can spare you that. But I just want to show you the details before I get it on, before I put them on her. They're going to look the same, but just in case, buckles on the outside, in case I wasn't descriptive enough the first one. And now I'm just gonna put them on her feet. Now I got one on, so if anybody's curious about the process for these particular boots, it is as complicated as I thought. You have to undo each strap. I was hoping I can get away with not pulling the strap all the way out so that I'm not pushing it through both sides of the buckle. But it is just like putting on a human shoe, if you had shoes like this. So it's not complicated. It just does take a little bit of concentration, but I wanted to just come back and quickly show you in case you were curious about what the process is, because you do have to open it all the way up and then strap each one once you get it up on her foot. So this one's being really difficult. They were actually a little bit the other one was easier off camera, but it's not because I'm on camera. There it is. Okay. It's because the metal prong kind of gets, you can't see it once it bends up into the buckle. This is giving me like Integrity Toys flashbacks. So this is why I'm saying I tried to not open them all the way up, but it just, going through her foot, there's no other hope. So now I'll just do the buckle parts. You don't need to see this. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The only thing about straps like this is I wouldn't want to handle them too much, because the more times you poke them through the buckles, there's a chance of them separating, you know what I mean? And that was how I felt when I had Integrity Toys boots kind of like this too, that they had straps. It probably would have been better if there was like a zipper that came down, so you never had to you never really had to utilize or use those straps that way. But they're really cute. They're really detailed. So like, so I show them to you now that they're on her and show you how, because I definitely didn't notice all the details of these boots on pictures. And if I had, I probably would have assumed there were zippers or something in the back, so you wouldn't have to do that. Now, the thing about the wigs, and you may already know this, they're not glued on because she's limited edition. And it's going to be the same for the Sibley. I've never had to wig a Sibley yet. True story. Think about it. So you just put this anti-slip on around her head. And it does work. I was really not looking forward to it my first time I had to do this, but it's not that bad. It's just, I kind of feel like you have one shot, as in the way it goes on. You can't just like adjust it once it's on there because of the anti-slip. That's the point of it. So if you don't like the placement, you have no choice but to just start all over again. And I don't think I could do, there's no point in showing you the hairnet removal. So you really have to make sure the middle's in the middle and that everything is where you want it to be. Best part is seeing their wig come on. Face kind of reminds me of Grace. I don't think it's the same face. I feel like this one moves. I feel like I have more wiggle room with this one than usual. I really love her face. And it's probably helps that she's got the black hair and brown eyes, which is my favorite doll combination. I don't want this wig to be. I know I don't need to fuss like this, but like before I show you, I just want to make sure she looks her best. It would have been nice to have some cute little, like a black bow or something on the ends of her hair. She's sweet, huh? Looking at her on the monitor, she photographs really well. Sometimes dolls look better. I think it captures her beauty. But I am going to want to think about something to add to her hair. She looks a little Pippi Longstocking, goth version. The way her braids stick out. Oh, she's also got a purse. How did I almost forget her purse? I didn't even talk about her certificate number. I wanted to see the doll more. I think she's limited, 250 pieces. She's number 221. And it's just the stock photos that you would see on her. Don't want to mess up any of that. What you would see online, those stock photos from online, that's what her certificate has. And the bag. So I like to keep the stuffing in to give it a little bit of shape. It's like a rope. You know what I mean? I don't know if you could see the details from there. The handle is literally a black rope. And you may not see, it's like a, is that called a brocade? Brocade kind of fabric, but it's black on black, so you can't really see the details on camera. But you can in person. So just believe me. And I really hope, because would a rope stain? Like a rope, almost like, a little bit like a shoelace material. Oh, she's not gonna clasp it very nicely. Okay, I'll deal with that later. As long as she's got it and you can see her in all her glory. I do want to straighten out these braids. And then I can move on to Zoey. And because I was kind of new, so when I first got into Ruby Reds, it was definitely the 14-inch that I was focusing on. I'm acting as if this has been going on for so long, when really it was like a swan dive into collecting these. But so I wasn't that enthusiastic about Zoey, the Sibley. But then, as I said, as I've gotten into them, her dress, I think from pictures, I like Zoey's dress better than hers. Oh, and the good thing about, because I bought 2 of these from the Czech Republic dealer, they ship them together in another box, so the boxes aren't all mucked up like some of them tend to be. Okay, so this is just like any other Sibley box. It's not a special limited edition box like the 14-inch dolls, like the one I just showed you. So it just opens like a shoe box. Okay, I was thinking she might have mini versions of the shoes, but they're not. They're tie-ups, so it's going to be easier to deal with them. Same skin tone, maybe? Getting a little messy, huh? Yeah, I can see even through the tissue that her dress is super detailed. But before I get to that, where's her? Oh yeah, her wig will be under here. Oh, she's got jewelry. Did she have jewelry and I like tossed it aside? Get to that in a minute. And I have not, this is my first doll of this face, the Sibley face. It's really cute. But in pictures, it looked a little funny. But I really like it in person. I'll like it even better when she has her wig on, but it's fine. This is sort of like how I get to know them. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to cut it, and sometimes you do. I should always make my scissors. I shouldn't just toss them aside, because then I have to go on like a hunt for them every time. And yeah, same skin tone, but it definitely works. Snatched. All right. And I think I've already said in other videos that whenever I pull them out, the limited edition ones, they look like they just got out of surgery or something. And I'm trying, I think it's less loud if So I nicely cut it and don't just tear it open like a savage. Ooh. It is detailed, but I think because I like this dress so much more in person, I like them about the same. So, oh, look at her tights. Okay, so I didn't notice that for sure. Definitely Wednesday inspired tights, but silver instead of gray. And then, so here's the dress. Now, where this has these sort of like tulle type of layers, this just has, I think it's the same material from her purse. So maybe the camera will pick it up a bit better on the dress because it's bigger. And then these crosses everywhere are embroidered, and any other layers. Yeah, and then, okay, so that's an underlayer where the lace hangs down. Very detailed, and it's my first limited edition Sibley, so I wasn't really sure what to expect level-wise or detail-wise. I mean, my expectations were high, but it didn't mean they were going to meet them. They did. My main thought as I'm putting on her very black and silver tights is, are these going to stain? I guess I have to think about that every time now, because with the shade of what do you say, the skin tone, oh, these are snaps too, so I better be careful for a second rather than talk through everything I do and rip it apart. Love this dress. So I just don't know if there's much worry about staining, but it's like, what else am I going to do? I'm not going to just display them in their outfits for a week at a time. And I just don't know how, yeah, like, what do you do? Take it off for a week, then put it back on for a week? Or do you just accept the fact that this is who she is and her body may stain? Okay, now let's check out the boots. Because as I said, they're similar, kind of similar to hers. Okay, they don't have buckles, but they actually have a little bit more detail around, I don't know if you're going to be able to pick up on it. See this like trim around here? It's detailed, sort of like a layer. It's not embroidered, but there's a pattern in it, and then there's some threads to give it a little bit more of a design. Would that be Victorian? I don't know. I don't know eras. And then lace-ups. And there's a long tongue inside, right? Yeah, so this might just take a little bit of concentration. Yeah, the main issue is just getting it untied. The lace is loose enough that you can get her big long foot down in there. And I don't know if it's because her tights are pretty loose. They don't fit as tight. Well, you saw how I was struggling to get hers on. Hers are struggling to stay on because they're kind of loose. And so whenever I try to get the foot through, the stocking is just, or the tights are just making it slip all over the place. But all in all, laces are easier than the buckles. The buckles look nice, so I'm not complaining about the buckles. I hope it doesn't sound like that because I love how they look. But I'm just saying, as far as dressing the dolls go, because they make us dress our dolls, it's easier to put on a lace boot. You just really got to open it up to get that tongue out. So I'll just show you with this one, and you have to hold it because this tongue like fights me to get stuck down in her, like her tights being so loose. Really fight me to take the tongue down with it. Come on. Just want you to see. There we go. Okay, so this one wasn't as bad as the last one. Okay, it'll be my first time. Oh, she stands really well in them. I feel like she stands better than she does. My first time, focus, putting the wig and the anti-slip on a Sibley. I'm sure it's the same thing. It's just it's going to be smaller, right? So here we go. Her head feels so much smoother, almost like the anti-slip doesn't even want to stick to it. No, I just wasn't putting on it right. I'm a liar. Okay, so they didn't always have a heart on the back of their head. Sometimes I've opened the limited edition dolls and there's like a heart on the back of their head and their emblem. Oh, okay, so her bangs are more blunt, while those are a bit more feathery, like they part down the middle. And yeah, I went a little funny because I'm trying to concentrate on where this goes. Where did I put that anti-slip? Come on down. No, I think it has to be feathery too. So it looks cute. The wig looks really cute, but I feel like it's not as, it doesn't go on as smoothly, maybe because her head's smaller and I'm not comfortable yet. But it doesn't go on as, like, it's not as easy to get it in place with the bigger dolls. You put it on and it just kind of goes, that's where it belongs. But this one is like, do I need to? Okay, it's getting there. But maybe because it's my first time doing it, I'm just being silly. That's how I want them. To figure out how to, I want them to look good before I turn them around, you know what I mean? And, oh, her certificate. She's number 199 of 250. And again, stock photos, just like on Wanda's. And now I can look at her necklace and determine if I'm going to do it in front of you, put it on her in front of you, or spare you humiliation, my humiliation. So it's pearls with a metal cross. So pearl beads, metal cross, and it's metal chain between each pearl. And then I should have put this on before the wig, shouldn't I? And then a lobster claw hook. Is that what it's called? So I think if I just pop it behind her neck, because the last time I did it off camera, it was actually pretty easy. Nope, this wig fought me every step of the way, so I had to do a lot of fixing up, let's just say, off camera. And her collar's popping up funny. I'm sure it'll settle over time. But the necklace is really nice, and once you get her all together, it looks good. So here is Zoey all together. And I do really just wish they came dressed in with glued wigs. But I do understand, and I probably say this a lot to anyone who's seen my other unboxings, that I understand the appeal of people wanting to customize their dolls. It's just, I think I like to customize dolls, but on my own, I guess, accord, you could say. So anyway, I'm glad I got them open first because I've had them for at least a week now, and just, I don't know, waiting for the moment that I had to be able to sit down and do all this, because as you can see, there are a lot. Oh, that's what I'm doing next. Okay, so the next doll, I got really excited because she kind of goes with them. She suits that whole Halloween-y, gothy kind of vibe. And at first, I was planning to get her, because she's literally a Halloween doll, from Australia, by the way. So that's what I'm saying. These dolls are all from all around the world, and I really wish I had opened them up, or popped open the tape at least off camera. What was I saying about her? Oh, but this one didn't get the box inside another box treatment, so all mucked up, all dirty. So what I was in the middle of saying before I got distracted like I always do, is my original plan was to think of either an outfit to have her in all year round, because she's a witch, or, maybe just pull her out for Halloween, as if I would ever do that. And so I just had all these back and forth. I just knew I really liked the doll, and I thought she could even look cute as their friends. Her name is Selena. Selena, the preteen witch, I guess, if you hear. So she's obvious, like, she doesn't look like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but her name's Selena. It's a pretty obvious on the nose kind of nod. And so everything's going to be the same. I don't think I need to go through this every time, but I guess I kind of have a record for it for myself too. And I'm going to start with the certificate for once, because it's right on top to remind me. And what number is she? She is number 238 of... Oh, 250. I was like, is there no number? Just a 2022. So she came out 2022. That's her stock photo, so you know what to expect. So maybe that's the surprise I kind of ruined. Okay, so it's plastic and tissue paper for her. You should see her legs. Oh, what? Oh, is this what they used to do? A cap instead of a band? 2022, huh? So I guess things have changed in the last 3 years. Nice shoes. Always. Okay, I was wondering if these were separate too, because her little orange hair clips, I thought they might be attached to it. So it does mean if I do want to change her outfit, it wouldn't be hard, because I wouldn't want her to have these clips. It wouldn't really suit any other look. She almost... Oh, look at her face. Wow. She is so pretty. And I know I didn't react like this to Wanda, but it doesn't mean I like her more. She's just got a very unique... Oh, and she's got purple throughout her hair. She's got a very unique face paint, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm so rude. But I'm excited, so that's all it is. Times 3 so far. And I have so many to open, I don't want to let the mess get out of control. It's already getting out of control. All right, so let me start by... So her skin's got more of a pink tone, and you know what? She's got staining on her body out of the box. So I don't know what could have caused the staining, like what's even touching her. Let me see. So on her arm, she's got a little bit of purple. I'm spoiling it by showing you her face, so spoiler alert. So she's got a little bit of like a pink stain here and a purplish stain up here. And what I'm going to say about that is, I guess on the bright side, at least I don't have to worry about staining her and keeping her out of her clothes, because sometimes they can just come that way. Ugh. And I know that there have been other dolls that's happened to too, but they end up getting sold like at a discount. And I'm not saying this doll should have been a discount. She's discontinued and really old, so I was lucky to find her from anyone, you know what I mean? Oh, and she also has a sibling who, so I didn't know if when I ordered them, sorry, the Czech Republic site also has her Sibley, the little version of her. And when I ordered these two dolls, I wasn't going to order her with them because I didn't want her if I didn't have Selena. Does that make sense? So now that I have Selena, I went and put in another big order from the Czech Republic dealer. So that'll be another haul that I have to sit down and open, which is why I have to get moving here, start opening things up because they're just piling up in my kitchen. Right, so this is weird, and I'll save that for last because I keep trying to remember. Put on the wig very last because it's so easy to mess them up. Yeah, I guess it's stained even the tissue paper. So keep that in mind. I know, see, I have had other dolls, not just ruby red dolls, get stained. Oh, look, it's cute little stockings. By like other means, and it doesn't really bother me so much because they're my dolls and I like to have them displayed in a certain way in my collection. Oh, so detailed, so nice. So that's why I don't want to stress too much about things getting stained. I'll do my best to prevent it if I can, but at the end of the day, I want these dolls to be as they are meant to be. Should I have left the certificate out so I know what to follow? What should I do first? This outfit is so many details. Okay, so there's a snap on the back of the skirt. Nope, it's a hook. No, so I think this is like, okay, it goes the other way. This is like Integrity Toys did a lot of those. I think they call it hook and loop closure. So there's this like piece of thread, and then you have to look for the thread because see what they do is, so that the garment is orange, and then they put an orange thread. So depending on the fabric of the garment that's got the little thread loop, it's sometimes almost impossible to find the loop to hook through. But it does sit really flat, so that's a nice thing about having that kind of closure. I love it. What's next? Right here, top. What are these? Is this just Velcro? Okay, so this is just Velcro. And it's a very, at first I thought it was like a fake leather, but it's just a thick, it's almost like oh, it's lined, so that's why it feels thick. It's silky, but it feels thick because it's lined. And then there are all these like purple sparkle dots over this mesh sleeve. And the velour ribbon on the cuffs matches what's going to go in her hair. Oh, so she's got these orange velour bows like everywhere, and the purple ones on her skirt. And I love this color scheme, this black, orange, and purple. So she's like a perfect doll aesthetically for me. It's just looking at her wig. So this might be an instance where people might love her face and love her bright purple eyes and the blushing. I love the blushing that goes around her nose and cheeks, and then she's got freckles. Yeah, they're pretty. At first I thought her freckles were purple. I'm starting to see too much purple looking at her. And so these are, what a funny shape. Can you see that from there? It looks like Italy on a map. Let's go on. Okay. Okay. I guess it is a nice fit that makes sense. So gold, purple, orange, and black. She's got a very strong color scheme. And her sister has the same color scheme. And when I open her, I'll obviously bring back Selena so you can see them together, if you care. Oh, I almost forgot her crinoline. Because I've learned that you should put a crinoline on after, otherwise you can't get the skirt over it, but it probably should have gone on before the stockings. Oops. Oh. You'd think I would have noticed that it wasn't poofing enough. But now you're going to at least get to see the difference it makes. Nice. Okay, when I first pulled her out, her head was going funny. Like it wouldn't let me turn her head any other way. All right, so the shoes. Always excited to see the shoes. I don't think they're sparkly. They have a little bit of a shimmer, like a black shimmer to them. And then there's sparkle in the sole, the purple sole. And then there's another velour type bow. And there's an elastic, so it's not like you have to do anything up. You just have to, right? Pop it over her big long foot. Okay, it went on pretty easily. But then, because remember how there's that point at the back of her heel on the stocking? It kind of just sticks out a bit. I hate that. Even though once I put her on her shelf, I won't notice it. But I will probably mess with it a little later just to see if I can get it fixed. Here I am like scraping her face all over the table. Are you okay? Yes. Now just the cape. Yeah, I should put the cape on before the wig. All right, so the cape has more glittery, sparkly circles and velour around the neckline. And it's another hook, a hook and eye closure, I think is what it's called. And I can finally take off. Oh, okay, so can I even see? This is what I'm talking about, where you, is there even a, okay, I see it, I see it. Wow, they really hid this one. It's like they didn't want me to do it up. So to anybody who ever has to deal with these, you just have to look for, so there's this little like purple stitch right here. I don't know why, you're not gonna be able to see the stitch once the hook goes through it. So I don't know why they insist on making it the same color as the fabric, because it just makes it impossible to see. And that was always my complaint with that kind of closure. And in all the stock photos, or most of the stock photos, she has a broom. So they really make it look like she comes with a broom. And then there's like a little disclaimer that says she doesn't. So one day I might look for her, a little broom for her and her sister after her sister gets here. She's coming together. Thanks for your patience. But I'm kind of taking every step on this one because her face is incredible. What is this from? Yeah, I'm making a mess. Oh yeah, she's got the weird wig cap. Ugh. I mean, the good thing about the new ones is I guess there's less to put on, which means there's less rubber or whatever to produce. Ugh. This is so weird. Oh, it's all like stuck together. Ew, it's really stuck together. I'm gonna be able to get it apart. I don't know, yo. Ooh. So it's really, like, I feel like there's glue there. There we go. Come on. So I feel like this might be even more awkward to put a wig on, but maybe because there's more, it covers more of the circumference of her head. It has more to hold it in place. Isn't that cute? So weird. But again, people like to customize their dolls, and that's why they do it this way. And they make really good wigs. I haven't mentioned it before, but a lot of you have told me, so many of you would already know, that Ruby Ho, the creator of Ruby Red Fashion Dolls, has been in the doll industry for about at least 30 years. And she used to help Pleasant Rowland with what became American Girl, but with her doll wigs. So she has as a company, Ruby Ho has a lot of experience with doll wigs. So I guess she would know a lot about how people like to customize. And she looks so sweet. And I don't think I have this mold on any other doll, even on my wish list. She looks so unique to me because, not just because she's my first, but she just looks so different. She has such a sweet face and her big purple eyes. I hope that the camera's picking it up. And I love the blushing. I like that sort of all over the nose kind of blushing. Now I'm going to pop these into place. They just come with little, I don't know if I have to twist them or just pop them like down into her. Yeah, I think they just pop them down into her ponytail somehow. But I don't think this will be fascinating for you to sit here and watch me do. I don't know if I was clear what the process was, but there's like a little metal clip that kind of hangs down. I'm just doing the last one here, so I thought I'd show you. And I think you're supposed to stick it down to the hair. That's what I've been doing, and that's what I did on the last clip I got like this. Because I don't think you would like turn it and twist it around and potentially ruin it. So I'm just taking these two little prongs and sticking them down into the ponytail, which means they're very easy to put on and take off, which is a bonus. And now for the last final touch, her little witch hat. Because I was mentioning before that I wanted to have her be a year-round doll. She's just gonna have to be a witch, because what else does this outfit say? And it's too amazing not to have it on her and not to use it. Even though an outfit I'm going to be showing later is just as awesome, but it's very seasonal, so I can't do the same thing. Now the hat. Okay, so it's got two clips here that, like hair clips, so you just probably pop it onto her head. There we go, like that. And let me cheat and see how they have it turned on her. What's this way? Just wants to look kind of, I guess you can decide, but I don't know. It looks kind of, it doesn't, with the way the clips kind of dictate you put it. So that's all I can do. It's not going to sit the way it does on the certificate. And that's fine. I don't have to be so persnickety all the time about my dolls. Oh, and I can show you. So that's the broom I was talking about, where in, oh, too much glare. So here, they made it, not that they made it seem like, because they do clearly, they indicate clearly that doesn't come with her, but I really did hope that it would. So now here's Selena, the third doll from this batch. And I just have 2 more to go. Oh, let me bring her forward. What am I doing? How can I deprive you of this? Nice though, right? I mean, granted, she's kind of seasonal looking and you have to have a little bit of a penchant for Halloween or Halloween style dolls. But regardless, I love her and I'm so glad I found her that I had to have her shipped all the way from Australia. And by the way, they charged me like $90 for shipping. Yeah, the Australian dollar is weaker than the Canadian dollar, so it wasn't exactly that much. But then I saw the shipping label, it was only 50. So she ended up costing me a little bit more than she needed to. But worth it. I love her. Remember when I said I have to stop being so persnickety with my dolls? I lied. I had to fix her hat off camera. And she looks so much better if you ask me, so it was worth all the persnicketiness. I just wanted to get the star point to be in front, and now she just looks a lot better, like how she was meant to be. And I can also move on to a doll I talked about a moment ago when I said it was another seasonal doll, well, a doll with a seasonal outfit. But this time I wasn't lying. I really am not going to, I'm not going to have her in her seasonal outfit all year round. Like Selena here. And this is a Christmas doll, as in her outfit is too Christmassy that it's not even winter themed, it's Christmas. The doll is named Robin, and I think I got this one from Spain. It could be from anywhere at this point. I've been sitting on these dolls for a while. And I spared you watching me cut open the tape. I did that off camera too. You're welcome. What's this? Oh, it's from the dealer. Their little guide, their pamphlet, I guess you could say, their brochure. So like, I don't know if I said her name is Robin, so say hello, Robin. And here she is. And so I'll show you, I'm not going to even, I have an outfit for her that I want to put her in. So I'm not even going to unbox her outfit right now. I'm not going to take it out of the tissue. I would rather see that happen at Christmas time. So I can show you her certificate to show you what she's supposed to look like. And then I'll leave it at that for now. And I'll put her in, I don't know if I'll be doing dressing my dolls, ruby red dolls for Christmas, but you never know. I just want to get into the spirit at the right time. So she's number 313 of $450 worldwide. And she's from 2022, and I have to do a little aside here because when I unboxed my last Christmas doll, Grace, I said I thought she was from 2022, and I thought she didn't come with her props. So if you see in this little picture here, there's a snowman in the background. Like I said, stock photos already. And so it turns out I was confusing the 2 Christmas dolls because I had ordered them around the same time, but Grace got here sooner for whatever reason, or I don't know, I was just sitting on it forever, sitting on this box for a lot longer than I did for Grace, couldn't wait to open her. And it's funny that I would confuse Grace because I actually have, Grace came out last Christmas, like 2024, and I have her advertisement right here in the Maple Leaf catalog because they carry ruby red. So it's so funny. That's what I was confusing. So when I opened, and if anybody saw me opening Grace, I should have prefaced with that she did come with the prop. She doesn't. She comes with a cookie, but I'm not going to see it until Christmas, even though it's like, ooh, which one do you get? It's like a little bit of a surprise. So her Christmas outfit is in here. I'm just going to put it aside because I'm going to put it back away until the holidays. Or look at her cute little gloves. Okay, so I see what cookie. It's not going to be a surprise. She got the gingerbread man. The gingerbread cookie. Gingerbread person? Okay. So she's 2022, so she has the same wig cap situation as Selena. And look at these beautiful boots. But so I'm just going to give you a little glance because I don't even want to really see it until Christmas myself. Even though this doll's like, she'll be 3 years old by that point. And cute little earmuffs. So I'll show you whatever I can before I move on to the outfit I'm going to put her in, which is Pretty in Polka Dots. I have it down here. And I've already shown it. I've shown it on another doll before, so that won't be the surprise, but it'll be nice for me to see how she's going to look, at least for the season. Wow, she's in there so weird. Okay, I'm just going to show you how she's, in the last few years, been tossed around, and now, because the wigs usually sit over top the tissue paper, but it didn't happen like that for her. Poor Robin. And yep, all pale dolls so far. And another thing, oh, what a precious face. Another thing I forgot to mention is that all these dolls from this batch, I had to pay customs on, to varying degrees depending on, it was usually around $40 Canadian, and I think 30 of it would have been the customs fees, and then $10 within the processing fee, because they all came in through like they got handed off to Canada Post. So that's the more so the cheaper alternative when you're paying customs, is to get not through a courier, because couriers can charge brokerage fees. So I have to be grateful that at least I didn't have to pay any of those, because these dolls are already expensive, right? But it's like, what's another $30 when you already paid all this money for the dolls? And we're just trying to straighten up a little bit. Sorry about that. Let me concentrate on the doll, because I'm not even sure if this outfit's really going to suit her once I get her wig on. And you know what? I think because I've shown you so many, I already put wigs on all these. They were all kind of a different experience. There was a Sibley, and then there was this weird wig cap. I don't think I can just do that off camera. But first, let's see if her wig cap is all glued together like poor Selena's was. Ugh, I'm gonna think yes. Maybe that's another good reason they stopped doing these, because, okay, hers wasn't as bad. Actually, hers wasn't bad at all. Just kind of suctioned together. So let me get her wig on, and then I'll be right back. Do you know what I wish? That these dolls came with their wigs already glued on. The thing about Robin is she's got a pretty intricate kind of hairstyle. So when you're pulling it on over the wig cap, or the no slip cap, it kind of feels like you're going to pull out, like she's got these, I mean, these are called fish braids or French braids going down the sides of her head. As you're messing with it to get it in place, you really feel like you're going to undo something. So I'm just that kind of collector where I wish I didn't have to stress so much when I'm putting her hair on. But she's really pretty. I can show you now her face close up. She's got really, how do I say this? Like her eyes are green. I want to say they're deep or bright. They're very realistic, but really detailed green eyes, if you can see. And I love her blush. I guess I really like when they put a lot of blushing, and I wonder if I like all the blushing, because oftentimes these dolls have, it gives them color. Let me put it that way. It gives them some kind of life. I think, however, with her, it may be because she's a winter themed doll. And there were 2 dolls that came out with her as well as the other Christmas doll that I have, Grace. I don't even know if this is going to suit with her hairstyle. And the other doll's name was Holly, which is a very Christmassy name. And then her name is Robin. I like the name Robin, but I wonder, is there a Robin thing that I don't know of when it comes to Christmas? So I just don't know. I don't get the significance behind her name. But I'm also not crazy about the Holly doll. I think, so she would, the Holly doll, I don't have any pictures of her or anything, but she's like a deep skin tone doll, so like a black doll, but with bright blue eyes. So she almost looks like a little haunted, which you think I would like, considering some of the dolls I do like. But maybe if I saw her in person, it'd be different. I'm really fussing over her hair, and I shouldn't be. I should be putting on the rest of her outfit, even though there's not much to see, and I've already shown this outfit. So it's a dress, the hair, a little hair piece, leggings. You'll be surprised it comes with leggings, and then just shoes in a bag. See, because I didn't show off her outfit, it probably feels like I really breezed through this doll, but don't worry, I'm going to make it up in the next one, because she's going to be a bit of a twofer. And thing about Robin is just, yeah, like I said, trying to save her outfit for the winter, to see how it all comes together for Christmas. And I'm not really feeling this outfit on her, sadly. I see it, sometimes you don't always see it in your head. It's see it correctly. So I may one day pick out a better outfit. Now that I have her in person, she's quite different in person. Oh, she's very pretty. I hope I don't sound disappointed. I'm disappointed in the way the outfit looks on her, but I'm not disappointed in the doll at all. And I like the outfit, so it's not the outfit's fault either. It's just the way they come together. They're not the best pairing. But I love her wig. I love her hairstyle. But I do need to find her a better outfit, unfortunately. And now, like I said, the next doll is going to be a bit of a twofer. So I'm running out of room here, but I want to keep them all on screen so you can see them. I'm going to put Robin over here, and that makes it seem like I don't like her. No, I'm going to put her just here. So persnickety. See, I can't help it. Now, so this is the a doll I got from an American dealer. I already removed the tape, and this doll arrived. The box is in the roughest shape yet. And I also had to pay customs, but I didn't have to pay tariffs. And I know that's going to become like a dirty word soon, saying that in doll unboxings. But it's just, to keep it. Oh no. Not Wanda. She was fine. But it's something telling me to clean up a little bit in here. That's all. So it's just to let you know, like, the experience. And anything I go through when I'm buying a doll. I'm making a mess. So many doll boxes. So the thing about, her name's Fauna. I don't want the outfit that she comes with for her, but there is another doll I'm going to put on. That's what I meant by the twofer. So I have an outfit to put on her, and then I'm going to put her outfit on another doll. So as you can see, she is sort of like a fairy or a pixie. She's a fantasy doll. She's number 20 out of 150 dolls that were made. So this is how she would have looked. But the thing, I like the outfit and I like the magical feeling about her, but I don't love how this looks on her green hair, but I like her green hair. So, oh wow, those are really pretty clips. So first I'm going to dress her in the outfit I want to put her in. And then I'm going to give that outfit to someone else. I think it'll suit even, oh wow, look, she's really pretty. Someone I think it'll suit even better. I don't have a face, I don't have this mold yet, right? I'm looking at Robin because it's, oh no, I don't have this mold. And her face is so pretty. Is her wig? I think her wig's glued. Yes, yes, I'm so excited now. Well, you know what? I think it wouldn't be exciting for someone who wanted to get her and re-wig her. Because, you know, with the fantasy hair, I don't think it's for everyone. But I just got really pumped. Because for real, I didn't want to have to do any more. So now I can just enjoy her. Her eyes are so pretty. I can't wait to show her up there. So let me get her unplasticked. But I think what I was trying to say is that people would probably get this doll because her face is really pretty, and they might want to do a non-fantasy hair with her. Wow, I need to go look back at the specs and see if she's supposed to be glued wig. And if I knew that, why would I not? You'd think that would be at like the forefront of my mind. That I would have one fewer. Then again, I ordered these dolls so long. And that was the other thing. This is from Samantha's Dolls, I guess it's called. And the way they ship is it goes through a shipping partner first, and then it makes it to USPS, and then it goes to Canada Post. So a really long shipping process. So that could also be why I just didn't, if I did notice that it was a wigged, glued wig, I probably just forgot over all that time that I was waiting for the doll to show up. Because she, as I'm opening her now, I think I only got her, she only arrived like 2 days ago. So out of all the dolls I'm opening, she's the freshest, so to speak. Oh, that pile of boxes. And I have a better feeling about the outfit I have planned for her. It is, I'm going to take off her hairnet after. It's the spots, I forget what it's called now, but it's got a Dalmatian type skirt. But I'm giving her Maya's, I'm putting Maya's tights with it because the tights that come with this outfit are this weird, like dark brown, almost look like, you know how black ink sometimes has a bit of a brown hue to it? That's what it reminds me of. This face, it's so pretty. So wild. Like I mean, dolls are always like that, granted, but yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with how much even prettier she is in person. And you're like, yeah, let us see. Let me just, you know what? Let me get her top on. And you know what? I will bring her forward. Because another thing I like about her wig is the braids. Do people call them space buns sometimes? I just see them as braids. So don't pay attention to her hair yet because I want to take her hair net off later. But here, just so you can see her face that I keep talking about. Camera picking up. She's got some bangs in her way. Here we go. And so yeah, when you see this, like the green eyes and the green hair, I just feel like you don't even see the details of what's going on in her wig and everything when she has that wreath on her head, I guess you could call it. So I definitely wanted to see her in sort of I see her in my head, and I'm hoping the outfit comes together as sort of like a K-pop kind of art, like a singer or whatever, K-pop idol, that's what they call them. And that's why she can pull off the bright green hair and it doesn't seem so fantasy. It doesn't make her seem like a fantasy character, at least in my brain. And that's all that matters because she's going to be on my shelf. So, but then I have to figure out the kind of display I want to have for the doll who's going to wear her actual outfit. And because her skin is so pale as well, it may not be the best idea to have her in a black shirt, but I must keep reminding you and myself that I prefer to have them the way I want them to look. And then as I take her hairnet off, I'm really going to lean in with her because I want you to see her face. I should have put this out of the way so I'm not so... I feel like I'm in such a small working space now because of all the dolls beside me. But anyway, let's see how she looks without this wig net, hair net. Okay, so she's got really like shiny. Oh, and it's got lots of shades of green in it too. So let's see if you can catch it from there. All the different shades of green. And I really want you to see the details of her face because she's so pretty. They're working. If I can get close enough that you can see all the details in her eyes, because it's a really pretty shade. And when I saw the pictures of her with her wreath on, I didn't even notice that she had these braids up here. I just thought they were part of... I thought it was part of the wreath and that she just had green hair and it all just kind of bled together. And there are butterfly clips that she had in her hair that I thought I was going to give to her, but I think it's going to look nice on the doll who's going to wear this outfit after. And I'm going to have to start moving more dolls out of the way, aren't I? Because too ambitious. Oh, and her name, I think I said her name, is it Fauna or Flora? I always confuse those names because I think it's Fauna, but I always thought Flora because she's more... No, I guess she would be Fauna because she's not flowery. She's more plant-based. Oh, she has inserted eyelashes on her top and bottom lids. I had noticed that in pictures and I kind of forgot. Let me bring her back and see if you can, just in case you didn't know to look for it, I can point it out now. So is it visible? Can you see that she's got eyelashes on both, top and bottom? That's a cool little detail. She's the only doll I've seen like that. I'm sure there are others, but she's the only one I have so far. Really pretty. And this bag doesn't go with this outfit, but it doesn't come with this outfit, but I think it goes with the outfit. So that's why I have it with it. And the outfit it comes with, it's not visible the way I have that doll displayed. So I'm just gonna try to move the dolls over a little bit more without making any of them fall on their face. I'm back to that habit now. Back when I first started doing these videos, I would do that all the time. Moved on to doll stands, and now I've decided I don't like doll stands anymore for some reason. So now I could show her outfit because I'm going to put it on regular core Bella. And I have another Bella on the way. So that Bella has blue eyes, and then it makes me think that this Bella with her sort of fantasy color eyes will suit this look better. And then I can, like I said, because I was never planning, like I said, I wanted her to wear a regular outfit, but then it felt like a waste of this one. So I think subconsciously, that's what made me chase or decide to buy Bella, because Bella I was able to get locally from my local dealer. It's so funny calling them doll. It's so funny that doll sellers are called dealers, because they really are like dealers, if you know what I'm saying, because dolls are so addictive. Oh, cute. Oh, this looks like it's going to be a little bit intricate putting it on, so I may have to go off camera sometimes. But now let me show you the pieces. There's... Oh wow, these shorts are really soft, and I'm sorry that I keep reacting so over the top sometimes, but they almost feel like a really soft faux suede. Yeah, so they look like khaki or something, right? Like a pair of khakis, but they're a really like a micro suede. And then there's this long dress with a sparkly, so this is like a glitter fabric. And then from the front you can see some, what are these buttons like? I guess they're just brown beaded buttons. Anything else? Her boots I'll show after. So I think for now I just have to shorts on and the top. Oh, it's another one of those hook and eye closures, but luckily it's not because of the fabric is very... There aren't a lot of fibers in it for the thread to get lost, so it's easy. Am I doing this in the right order? I feel like I could mess this one up. I cheated. I grabbed the certificates so that I could follow how they're dressed, and it was really tight fit getting that hook through. And the shorts also have functioning pockets, and the top has snap buttons, so gotta be careful. I wanted to be careful with this top as well because it just... everything about these dolls feels so precious, I guess you could say, and I feel like I could really just tear something or snag something very easily, even though I'm sure it's not the case. I'm sure everything is built in a way that's high quality and not going to fall apart just by dressing your doll, considering you have to dress your doll yourself. All right, and how does this go on now? I hope I don't have to untie it. Okay, good. There are snap buttons in the back. The whole time I was dressing her, I was looking over at this piece like, oh, I got ahead of myself. Those just snap off so you don't have to have her have wings, which means this does have to tie up. And so I mean, I can tie a bow, so that's not really the stress. So yeah, you have to loosen it and then tie it up like an actual corset. I'm not sure if there was a better way to do it, but as I was pulling it up over the rest of her outfit, the strings just kind of come undone. The laces come undone as you're pulling it up. So it's easy the eyelets are there, so it's easy to put it back in place. It's just if you're kind of nervous like I am that you're gonna mess something up. Okay, totally cheating and looking at the the image on the certificate this whole time, and I laced it wrong. So what I was saying is it's easy to lace as long as you're looking. It's easy, and then you really have to tie it up like a corset. I think before I do her put on her wings, I'll go to the boots first because it's probably. I think the other parts are going to be more like the finishing touches, and then I can show you what the boots are like because they look really nice. Obviously, they always do. Again, they're soft suede, similar to the shorts. Yeah, they feel kind of the same. And then the leaves around it are fabric leaves with a little bit, I guess, a little bit of embroidery to create the veins of the leaves themselves. And then they are Velcro, so they'll be a lot easier to put on than every other footwear I've put on in this video so far. So, okay, does it? Ugh, I thought it only Velcro down halfway. I didn't know I was going to get her big long foot in there. But nope, if you just pay attention, it's the entire boot. So this is such a like a fun, whimsical outfit. It's and doll, but I don't know how many people. Oh, it was on sale. This was on sale, by the way. I believe it was originally 179 and then was on sale for 149. And I can see why a doll like this wouldn't be a quick sellout just because it's so niche. Like I don't know if everyone's really looking for a fairy doll because they're like fashion friends. And like it doesn't even at first I was thinking when I didn't know I was going to put it on this Bella doll. I thought I can dress a doll up as a fairy for Halloween, maybe. And I don't know if that might even happen still, but it is a cute outfit. So I think at least want to see it on display for a bit. Now, the finishing touches should be the easy part. And as I'm seeing it come together, the color story is perfect for her. So, oh, the wings. I was like, how does this go behind her hair? But it's easy. The hair would just sit over it once you get it snapped back on. And I guess it has to be a snap because it would be kind of difficult to. Oh, these are some floppy wings. Is that how they're supposed to sit? Just so floppy? That's kind of weird. Maybe if I spread her hair out, it'll hold the wings in a better position. It's not the best mechanism. I mean, I like the fabrics. I've had other fairy dolls because I used to collect Disney and they always had fairy dolls for Tinkerbell and Friends. And they were like a hard plastic and iridescent plastic. And these are a floppy iridescent plastic, which I'll show you better in a second after I get her finishing touches on. And so her finishing touches are, again, cheating. Oh, it's in here. What is it? How does this choker go on? Before I mess with this stuff, is this choker, it's an eye and hook closure. So I probably should have put it on before some other parts. The hook and eye closure for a ribbon, like a neck ribbon, really odd choice. It's cute once it's on, but you don't want to know what I went through. And also, I really wish there were more structure to these wings. They could have put a wire through the embroidery around the rim or something to give it just make it not so floppy. Because as I was as I was trying to get her neck ribbon on, they were doing some funky things. They like to roll like curl back. So I don't know. I might think of getting a wire on there somehow, like a thin wire that I can just give it some strength because I don't like them rolling back. It looks weird to me. So now that I've got her neck ribbon on, if you want to see it, it's cute. It does complete the look. And originally I was gonna have it be on her, but I don't even think it'd be visible as much as it is on the fairy outfit. And now let's see if I can figure out the best way to have her hair wreath and the butterflies. Like, where would it be? What would be the best place to put the butterflies? And this goes around her arm for some reason. Just one. Okay, I see how they did it. Just kind of wrap it around her arm and then tighten it, maybe. Or I guess you gotta roll it around. Here we go. You can see what I'm doing. Right through her hand? Yeah, right down to her hand. So, and then the last actual final piece are the two butterflies. And they're the same idea as the clips for Selena's, oh yeah, put it this way. Yeah, same as Selena's hair clips. I was just trying to think about how to hide the clips this time in her hair. Because she doesn't have buns. It's supposed to stick into Fauna's buns. With her, I have to sort of hide them in her braids. Oh, so cute though. But these wings, why? Why are they so floppy? Did I do it right? To humor the floppiness of her wings when I bring her back to show you. And maybe I would have to play around with the butterflies too to find a more optimal. They look fine. I'm being too persnickety. So here, I'll show you on Bella. So you can decide for yourself or have an opinion on. Oh, another thing, I'm looking at the monitor. The blush on their cheeks is not as bright as it looks on my camera. So that is a little more subtle. So just thinking about like in terms of her eye color and her hair and the way all this ties together, even her skin tone, I feel like she has a much more magical look. And then this is sort of how the outfit was supposed to be. And if you see, the wings do not look as floppy in the picture, do they? But I, for me, made the right choice by putting it on her. You saw the look she gave me. She's judging me. It's just these wings. I'm going to figure that out somehow. And also, I was supposed to originally end the video here, but there's been a problem. One thing, it's taken me longer to get through the dolls that I've been unboxing here. A few days, in fact, not just a couple hours like I thought I would have to put aside. And that means, one, my pile of dolls is not getting any smaller in my kitchen because other dolls have arrived. And as I'm recording this, 3 of the core dolls that were sold out have been put up for pre-order on the Ruby Red Canada site. And I'm sure by the time I upload this, I will already have them, which means that's 3 more dolls to add to my pile that are already, sitting in my kitchen, staring at me every day, wondering when I'm going to get around to it. So I'm just going to open 2 more, and hopefully that'll satisfy me until the next video. And these aren't, well, they're from around the world, but these are now 2 Hong Kong dolls from the main headquarters site. And the first one, her name is Mary. She's a very interesting doll. Interesting as in, when I first saw her, I loved her face. I especially love her eyes. There's something very unique about them. But I had this thing where I was like, okay, I don't like the outfit though, so she wouldn't suit my collection. But then as I've not just been waiting for her to arrive, but waiting to unbox her, because I've had her for so long. She was one of the earliest dolls I bought, but I just didn't know how I was gonna, because I'm trying to see, here's the other funny thing about trying to do all these unboxings of all these dolls. It's trying to make it look like a different video, because it's like it just looks like I'm uploading or it looks like the same Ruby Red unboxing. It's hard to make them look unique. So that's why I was like, how am I sort of going to organize the unboxing of these dolls so that there's some kind of theme to them? And now I just kind of give up and have to get through them somehow. So she is number 109 of 200, and all her pieces are in here. So as I've been waiting for those, is what I was trying to say. She grew on me, even her outfit, and I don't have a sort of I don't have any other doll to display her with that. Sorry, I don't have anywhere in mind, like any cohesive kind of place to display her, but I really do like her as an individual doll, and that's okay. And I think that's enough. And I'm always trying to look for like scenes in my head, right? But she's just a cute doll, and she's got pigment, so that's impressive. She's a really unique face. So as I've been sitting here waiting for her, I've just been excited for the doll that I thought I was going to have to play a little game of what am I going to do with her, aside from like the way she looks. And an interesting thing about her, I don't know if you can tell, but so they named her Mary, and she came with she was kind of released with another doll whose name has escaped me. It's like a funny name, like Anul or something like that. That's not the name, but they're very clearly inspired by Anne from Anne of Green Gables and her best friend, Diane. Nope, didn't get anything, but that was close. Too busy not thinking. And so it's funny that, like, even when you read the description, they talk about them being from, I think they call it like somewhere in Middle America. They're very inspired by Middle America. And it's like, no, they're not. They're from the East Coast of Canada. It's Anne of Green Gables and Diane. You're just giving them some random names. And so the Anne of Green Gables type doll is already sold out, which is understandable because doll collectors love Anne of Green Gables. But I gotta be honest, I am not crazy about that doll. I don't like her face to me, and I think it's just pictures sometimes. She's not just scary. She's like, from the pictures, I love her freckle pattern because she's got really detailed freckles. But something about her she like, it's kind of like unattractive, let's say. But I'm sure she looks better in person. So if anybody out there does have her and you want to like correct me by saying she's actually beautiful in person, I will believe you. But I just don't know if she's a doll I would have wanted. Even though I do like to get sets and I would have wanted them to go together. I just don't know. Okay, so let's have a look at her dress as I dress her. Wow, it's soft. It's like very flowy kind of fabric, very thin because you know how like they scale down fabrics to make them look good on dolls. There's this big, beautiful bow on the back that I wouldn't even know because it's not like you can see all these details online. What is this? It's like a little flower applique here on the middle of the chest, and more and more. Oh, she's got undergarments. That's cute. I guess this. So she's like an historical doll, right? So maybe this is how she could have been wearing this, I think, in the box. So I guess these garments are a bit more historically accurate, part of a bygone era, and I wouldn't know anything about. So I wouldn't know the information about that. So I guess at least I can bring her closer already and show you. So her face, she looks kind of funny without a wig, but I hope you could see already that she does have an interesting face. And I don't have another doll with this particular mold. And she looks like she's proportioned very different. Like her head's more narrow rather than round. So yeah, she looks very unique, and I like her eye color. Also green eyes. And these tights are got a little bit of a shimmer. They're thin and see-through. And since she's pigmented, you might be able to see through them even better because of that. I had her tights halfway up when I realized they can't fit over her undergarments, so I had to start all over again. And yeah, I'm assuming that if you have underwear like this, they will go over your tights. I don't think they would normally though, right? Sounds like a weird question, but I'm a guy asking, so this really had me thinking about things like that. And we've got another snap situation, so if anybody thinks about getting this doll, just be careful when you're undoing it because those threads are really delicate, just like the dress. It's I'm always impressed with even their Coraline outfits, but their limited edition, like the fabrics they use, they are on another level, as I guess they would be with that price difference. The price being on another level too. And this particular outfit has so many pieces. What is that bow for? It's for her hair. I thought it fell off the back of her dress for a second. Because the other layer is this, I don't know, is this still considered a crinoline? If it's not made of tulle? It is, right? It's just like an underskirt. I guess it's called an underskirt, actually. So many things I have to think about when I'm dressing a doll on camera and trying to talk about things and let people know what's going on. It's like, I don't even speak fashion, you know what I mean? And now I can look at the boots. So they're lace up and they're leathery, like a soft fake, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not real. Or are these, I saw somewhere that something has real leather boots. Are these the ones? Because they almost feel like real leather. So is that written anywhere? I should look into that and then let you know, because some people may, like vegans out there, I have seen it for sure on something on the site. So if you're vegan, let me just double check as I work these on her. Yes, I looked and the boots are real leather, and it's like now that I know it, I was about to say there's no doubting it, but I did think so even before I looked it up. So I think you can tell. So that's just something. Maybe that's why she's still in stock, because I would imagine she's a little bit an older doll. But I feel like a lot of people wouldn't want real leather on their their dolls, because a lot of people don't even wear real leather for ethical reasons. So I feel like it's only responsible that I let you know if you liked the look of this doll and then you found out she has leather boots and then you don't want her. I'm glad I didn't just go on and on about how soft these are. I don't really wear leather, I don't think. I don't think I have anything leather. So it feels kind of like weird that I'm doing this for a doll and I wouldn't for myself. But then it makes them feel even more delicate, even though I'm sure they're even more durable, being that it's made of what it's made of. So if anybody watches all this and gets to this part, let me know how you feel about dolls having like genuine leather anything. Does it make it feel more like luxury, or does it make it feel like you definitely don't want to put the dolls on your clothes so you'd have to touch genuine leather? I'm not saying I'm anti-leather or anything. I feel like it does limit the people, like potential collectors, because some people are anti-leather and stuff like that. And I don't know, I feel like it's not necessary. Like I think these don't look any you see, because these are like a faux leather. I don't even know if you can see with the hat in the way, but these are faux leather, and I think they would have looked fine. They feel soft because they're leather, but I also felt like I was gonna destroy them as I was putting them on her. I hope it doesn't make you feel like you're missing any of the experience if I don't show you every wigging I put on. I feel like I already showed too many in this video, but I can at least take off. I left the net on just in case that's fun for people to see. And what a difference having the actual wig on makes them look. And I don't know. I swear, I do think one of these days I'm just gonna maybe not. Once they're on a shelf, I won't care. But whenever I'm putting it on, I'm like, I need to glue these down. I can't stand it. And I know there are collectors who do the same, and then there are people who actually de-wig the dolls that already have them glued on. Anyway, here's the clip that's going to go on the back of her head. As beautiful as it is, I don't know if I'm ever gonna like see it because it's always going to be behind her. And she has a hat. Well, I don't know. I guess better to have too many details than not enough. Except, how does this clip on? I guess I could just put it through a smaller piece of hair. I was trying to put it through the entire, because she's got some hair pulled back, and I was trying to put it through the entire ponytail. Isn't that pretty? She's got beautiful curls. I love curly hair dolls. I know they're not the most beloved, but I think as a sort of a display collector, someone who doesn't really feel the need to, try to be adventurous with my dolls and play with them. I know a lot of collectors like that, and there's absolutely, however you collect is correct. But I just love the way curls look, especially on a doll like this, because it just makes her look like a classic doll. And then the last final pieces for her, how is the bow? So the bow goes on. I guess she doesn't need both, right? Yeah, that's overkill. I think that's a little probably silly that I got her hat over her bow. I might prefer the bow over the hat anyway, especially because the hat has like a kink in it. I don't know if you could see. So I might have her be a Mary with the bow instead of, oh no, it's straightening up. No big deal. She's telling me she doesn't want it either. And then she comes with this cute little basket of flowers. They're plastic. Yeah, the last time I got flowers with a doll, they were, what do you call it? Dried flowers. Let's see if her hand will hold an angle so that she can actually kind of hold them for you. At least for now. I would probably still have her have an elastic to sort of aid her holding it. Let me look at her. Why do I always do that? I always want like you to see what I'm doing and then I can't do it. It's fine. She's gonna be fine in her own way. Oh, it took off her clip. That's disappointing. Okay, so you know what? I think I will display her with the bow instead of the hat, but I think the hat will sit better if she doesn't have the bow on. And that alone makes me not want to put the hat on her because I like the bow so much more. All right, one last doll to open. It should be a pretty quick one because no wig this time. It's a Sibley. Her name is Sunny. As I was reaching for her, contemplating leaving her to unbox with her sister that I recently pre-ordered. But you know what? No matter what, every video, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Every video I have is gonna have a whole bunch of dolls. So I'm sure by the time I get around to those, I'll be glad that I got one more out of the way. And so I bought her on the Hong Kong site because she was down to the last few items, not realizing she was going to stock onto the Canadian site. Me and my greed could have just waited a little bit. And it came with a free outfit. The promotion was going on there. So, oh, she's completely dressed, so this is going to be really fast. So it came with a free outfit, and I already have this from ordering from the Canadian site, but they're random, so you can't really do anything. And that means I really could have opened her with her sister, because this is going to be, I just open her and she's ready. There's nothing to do. That's amazing. I can put on her hat and take off. Oh, anyway, so let me just show you. This is Sunny. She, I believe, is Stella's sister. Yeah, she's Stella's sister, and I don't have Stella yet, but I will have her very soon. And then I'll be able to introduce them, I guess, to you and to each other. So yeah, all I really have to do is pop up these things, and I know I say it all the time, but what color are these dolls? I don't know if, okay, she's not even white, she's light pink. I don't know if you could see, if you could tell. That's wild, right? Like, it's not just me. I hope I'm not being, I mean, I am being dramatic, but I hope I'm not just being dramatic. I hope other people would kind of react the same way. And that doesn't mean I hate them. It just means that there's this sort of startling moment, this moment of startlement I have to get past whenever I open them. So I think I'm looking at Rory. He's directly in front of me. That's the boy Sibley. And so far he was the palest, pinkest one. And then she arrived. And now he's number 2. Now he's the second palest, pinkest one. But I'm really excited that I don't have to go through all the trouble of dressing and wigging her. I can just show her to you once I have all her spongy things off. Okay, it's going to take me some time to adjust her. I just got to be honest. Maybe by the time her sister gets here, it'll happen. So let me bring her forward for the hairnet removal. Oh, she's got some nice wavy hair. And I'm noticing that all the Sibleys have color throughout the hair, except for Rory. I didn't find any color on him. Sometimes it's very subtle. Sometimes it's kind of buried in their hairstyle. Sometimes it's underneath their hair. And then she has a beret. That's the only thing you really have to put on her when you get her. Very cute. And I'm really glad that I survived, that you survived all this if you're still here, because I don't know how long it's going to be. I just know I need to get my act together with opening everything. I'm so far behind. It's not like stressful or anything, but it's just, in a way, it's like, oh, I have to sit down. It's going to take me 5 hours to do this. And then it takes me 3 days instead. That's what I get for being so, first of all, for going through this new collection and for wanting to unbox it all on camera. I hope some of you enjoy it, because I know it was a lot and it's not even done. Anyway, so I believe this is everything from this batch. I said 5 in the beginning, and I think I have like $7 up here. So you should probably know by now that I'm a lot. So thank you for everyone who hung out with me and hangs out with me all the time, because I'm always doing these videos. And that's to say, I will see you soon in the next one.